How's it going, everyone, and welcome to our first of many podcasts, Small Talk, the Holy Boka podcast. And today we've got a special guest, ladies and gents. We've got the one and only Luca Emery. What do you want to say? You good?
Oh, I'm just honoured to be here, mate.
Of course, man, bro. I'm buzzing. So we're going to be talking about a few things in the footballing world. First with transfers. But Luca, how are you today? Like in general, just like
I'm doing well, just quarantine, getting out, doing my one bit of exercise, not much else,
Of course, I'd love to see it, fam. But Luca, you know what? Even though we're in lockdown, the transfer market has been quite active.
Especially, I think it's been more active than it usually is.
Especially with Chelsea.
Yeah.
That whole Werner incident, fam. You men finessed him from Liverpool. What do you want to say about that?
I mean, it's a difficult one, isn't it? Because we've got Tammy Abraham.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, there's going to be a bit of competition there, isn't there?
But
It'll be interesting to see what Lampard thinks about who plays first.
But you know what I love about Chelsea? Like, they got transfer banned, yeah. And as soon as they come out from that transfer, you lot did good business. Especially, you sold Morata. You chucked Morata out of the bin. Like, he was dreadful.
58 mil.
58 mil.
Solid.
You sent him for 58 mil. And you replace him with Werner for 60 million. That's stoinks. That's proper stoinks there. Like,
I think also we sold Hazard for 100 mil and we're replacing him with Ziyech for like 37 mil.
yeah, that was a bargain, fam. Ziyech, Ajax. Yeah. That guy was a baller. I remember when he did that beautiful ping to I forgot who was on the other side against Tottenham. That beautiful whippage there. But
Ziyech, I think a lot of people, like a lot of clubs, had the opportunity to go for him. It was stupid. Like at one point, went Arsenal after him.
Yeah, I remember that. I really thought we were gonna get him, but you know what?
Ziyech was like
he chose the better side. You get me? But
he did.
I
can't argue with that.
It is what it is, man. But I'm just, you know what? Another thing about Chelsea is that you lot really love your young players. Like, not even in a nonce at first. I mean like, just young players. Like we got Mason Mount, yeah, Tammy Abraham. Who's that one who scored the equaliser against Ajax? I forgot his name. He's like
Reece James.
Yeah, Reece James. That's him over there. Like you lot have ballers up. I'm gonna say it right now. As an Arsenal fan, I'm jealous of you lot, fam. Like,
Chelsea aren't even finished in the transfer market.
I know.
They're going after Chilwell now.
Yeah,
Chilwell's the top target.
Yeah, that's what I just seen that now on my Sky Sports page. Chilwell.
60 mil. I don't know if he's worth it,
Because he's been solid for Leicester, or is it?
Yeah, he's been decent.
He's been decent.
They're in third place, you could know. But they've been playing no European football.
But for him to replace, if he's going to replace Azpilicueta, do you think he will fill that huge gap, that huge hole?
I don't know. I feel like Azpilicueta's going to move to centre back eventually. Reece James is just too good of a talent to waste on the bench. I feel like there's two better options: Tagliafico and Tellez.
Okay, cool. Alright, okay. So where was I? I'm talking PSG, yeah. Man's talking PSG. What do you think about Neymar? Would you want him to return to Barca, or should he just stay where he? Because he chose to leave. He chose for the money, and he seems to be regretting it, especially because PSG love to bottle in the Champions League.
If I were Barcelona, I'd go after Lautaro Martinez from Inter Milan.
Yeah, that guy.
Suarez is a bit old,
Alright, Martinez, right?
He's been good this season.
Like, what I love about Martinez is his dedication. I remember when he first joined Inter, and he it must have been his agent or something. Somebody told him, "Are you sure you're gonna take that number 10 role? Because number 10 is quite a big number in Inter." Like, and this guy was like, "You know what? I don't care. Man's gonna get that number 10." Like, that's what I love about Martinez. What do you think about?
I've got his stats up for this season. In the Serie A, 22 games, 12 goals, 3 assists. Champions League, 6 games, 5 goals,
Baller. Him and Lukaku, like, beautiful link-up play. It's like... It reminds me, you know what? It reminds me of us two. I think I'll have the Lukaku role.
Me and you.
Of course. In a 5-a-side game, we'll have that Lukaku-Martinez chemistry, you get me?
Of course. I haven't forgotten the 5-a-side at Pointers yet.
Oh, man. Good old days Pointers, man. Like, as soon as this lockdown ends, man, I'm running to that Pointers, man. I'm running to Pointers. Nobody can stop.
Pointers, Larkle, goals, don't care. I'm coming, like anywhere.
You'd love to see it. Right. So we're done with the transfers. Let's move on to the questions.
Oh, the questions.
The questions. So Luca, you have to go. I got questions from my Instagram. I sent it to you. Do you want to read out the first question?
Which football injury is worse, hurting your ankle or hurting your knee?
Hurting your ankle, hurting your knee.
I don't know, you know. I feel like ankle might be.
But knee.
Why do you think knee?
Knee's jarring, cause like you need to. I've learned this in BTEC sport. When you're moving your foot, it's gonna require your knee, right? But ankle, your whole body's weight could be on it, so I can understand why ankle would be worse.
I think ankle because with a knee injury you can kind of start doing some sport. I feel like you can do more, but like with an ankle injury, you're not walking.
Oh, like, that's true. That's mad. Well, I never injured my knee, never injured my ankle, so I can't really.
Yeah, and it obviously depends on the size of the injury as well. Because I've injured my ankle, but I just got studsed up in the ankles once.
Yeah, I remember
so
that.
That's not that deep.
Yeah.
But like you can like break your knee or ankle. It's
It's mad. It's mad. So we're both gonna say ankle, right?
Oh yeah, ankle.
It's just common sense. You get me? Like,
yeah.
All right. What's the next question, Luca?
Wenger or Ferguson?
Oh, you know what? You know about this Wenger versus Ferguson thing? That was my essay for my Year 11 BTEC Sport. That was my final essay, and a man wrote a 3-page, 2,000-word essay. I think it was a 2,000 word, and I got distinction for that, fam. Like literally, I put my heart and soul into it. But
What was the conclusion?
In conclusion, I remember it's on my laptop. I could check on my laptop now. You know what? I'm gonna put the essay in the description, fam, if anyone wants to read it. But even I remember my teacher. She was like, "Damn, fam." She didn't say you were bored, but she was like, "You put your heart and soul into it, bloody hell, mate." I'm like, "I know." You know what I mean? Yeah, I must have said. Man can't find it, but I remember I must have said that. Trophy-wise, Ferguson's better. Don't get me wrong. The guy won 38 trophies during his time at Man U. That's crazy. Yeah. 38 trophies. But player development-wise, it has to be Wenger. Because Wenger, this guy revolutionized dietary, training, just all in general. Like, you know, but if you go back to the Premier League in the 90s, players will be going out to the, pubs. There'll be some players who will be smoking, all that stuff, yeah. When Wenger came along and he was like, bruv, no, we can't be having this, boss man. You know what I mean? You're a footballer, fam. Why are you smoking and drinking? And I remember it must have been Lee Dixon or Ian Wright. I forgot which one. They must have said that during his time with Wenger, he was his fittest. He was at his fittest state during his time in his career. What do you think? Who do you think, Wenger or Ferguson?
I don't know, I feel like, Wenger did that, but at the end of the day, what did he come out with,
Well, he came out with, let me see his stats.
He came out with his Invincibles, right?
Okay, so he won 3 Premier Leagues, I think. Yeah, he won 3 Premier Leagues. I think it was 3 Premier Leagues, 7 FA Cups. I think 5 Community Shields as well.
I just think Ferguson's success in Europe, as well as his domestic success, puts him better.
True. Yeah, that's true.
I know.
In my essay,
I know. Obviously, you're an Arsenal fan, so
in my essay, I had to be biased. I did say in my conclusion that Wenger was better, but when I think back to it, like if I'm gonna be neutral, it's obviously Ferguson. Like, you know what I mean? The guy, the Wenger, 823 games, 473 wins, 199 draws, 151 losses.
he was a great manager.
Yeah, he was. Don't get me wrong. Let me check.
He declined a bit, but he was good.
It all went downhill ever since he moved to Emirates. If I'm gonna be honest with you, Highbury were the glory days. As soon as they left Highbury, it all gone downhill. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, imagine, look, you got to look at the gap, right? When they moved into Highbury, 2006. They won their first trophy at Highbury in 2014, which was the World Cup. No, not World Cup. The FA Cup against Hull City.
Yeah.
You're telling me it took them 8 years for them to win a trophy after moving a stadium? If that can happen to Arsenal, what's going to happen to Tottenham? Bloody hell, mate. I'm saying 20 years until.
I mean, Ferguson. I know, he's just always...
Like, of course, bro, they're doing some American basketball player.
Because if you talk about... If you look at the teams they had, that Man United team, the Man United team overall was probably better than the Arsenal team at most points. Like, the Invincible season, but...
Like, Wenger did get into a Champions League final, which they lost. I think it was 2-1, else, but... Yeah, I'm gonna say overall Wenger was the better manager. You get me? Wenger was way better.
You gonna say Wenger?
Not Wenger. I mean Ferguson. Ferguson was better.
I feel like Wenger, he had his good season, but then like he couldn't keep it consistent.
Yeah.
Like
Ferguson was consistent.
Ferguson, season after season, winning the league for a while.
Yeah, that's true. So, next question, Luca.
Next question. If you could be any footballer for a day, who would it be?
I'm gonna say
difficult.
Any footballer. Oh man. I'm gonna say. Oh snap. Man said low battery iPhone. I'm gonna say. Oh, I could say Ben Afra, so I can fulfill my potential. But I could also say.
Man said in a day you're gonna fulfill your potential. In a day in quarantine, you're gonna fulfill your potential.
When I say in a day, do you mean like you take them back to like an important moment in their career, or
no? So like just one day you switch bodies, or like whatever.
Man's gonna move like the Nike advert and be Ronaldo. The switch, of course.
Okay, fair enough.
Bro, I'll be watching in Wembley. Ronaldo crashes into me. I'm Ronaldo for the day. Come on, you know what I'll do, man.
I'm gonna say Jadon Sancho.
Oh, Jadon Sancho, yeah.
Because like, I just can't imagine what the feeling is of being like that young and just knowing you're that good a footballer.
Baller fam. This guy, like, imagine 20 years old, yeah.
I'd also.
And you're
20.
Yeah, he's 20. Is he 20?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's the youngest goal scorer to contribute to 30 goals in the Bundesliga. This guy's now he's on the FIFA cover already at 20. Like, I know that's not an achievement, but you think about that's kind of an achievement.
Yeah,
it's kind of technically an achievement. Yeah. You've got it's just the fact that words can't describe this guy. He's that big. Imagine what's gonna happen in 10 years. You know, he could lift the Euro for England, maybe a World Cup. You know, that's a bit of a stretch. Closest thing is the Euro, in my opinion.
Yeah, but also I think Sancho, I'd force his move to Chelsea. I'd go to his body for one day and force him to move to Chelsea. You make him text
Lampard, going like, you know what, I'm in.
Yeah.
But I can see him.
And I would go, I'll go to Borussia Dortmund and I'll be like, nah, I'm going.
I could see him at Man U though. I don't know why. I can imagine him in the Man U jersey. But if he's gonna go Man U, I think he'll fit in well with Chelsea. You know, London. You've got other players there.
Yeah.
He's from.
The only thing about Chelsea is there's quite a few players now on attack. You know, it's quite a lot of. We've got William Pedro on the wings. William Pedro, Hudson-Odoi, Pulisic, Ziyech. Like, where's he gonna fit in?
That's true. Mad. So we're gonna say. For me, I'm gonna say Ronaldo. You're gonna say Ben Afra. Not Ben Afra. What am I doing? Jadon Sancho. That's it.
Sancho, yeah.
All right, cool.
Okay.
What's the next question?
Why is it called The Beautiful Game?
Why is it called The Beautiful Game?
I mean, do we really need to explain it?
Luca, you explain it first. I'm about to tear up.
I mean, it's just like, it brings everyone together, to be honest.
Trust.
Like, I remember the World Cup 2 years ago. Just
mad. Oh my gosh.
Like, before that, England fans weren't really that big, and then we started doing well, and then that World Cup, like,
oh my Lord.
Seeing all the videos of the box parts and everything in England, it was crazy.
I remember when Eric Dyer scored that winning penalty, bro. My whole estate, everybody ran out, fam. People beeping cars, fam. I've seen some neighbours I've never seen before in their balconies, fam. Bro.
Also, Trippier's free kick.
Bro, don't even get me started. Trippier's free kick. Oh no.
For a moment, everyone in England was just like,
the whole country paused. The whole country paused for like 20 minutes. If only Kane squared it to Sterling, and then Mandzukic ruined everything. But it's just, I think the reason why it's the beautiful game is because You could play football anywhere. Things like cricket, you need a bat and a ball, but football, you could use a bottle. You could play anywhere. You could play in a road. You could play in you can literally play anywhere, and it brings bare people together.
Yeah.
That's what's the beautiful thing about it.
100%.
Like, you could, ability-wise, you can have any ability. I've seen a guy with one leg and crutches, not rebonering, no. Man's getting past people. Like, anybody can play football.
For sure.
Literally, that's why it's beautiful.
It is just a beautiful
Like,
game.
you'd love to see it, fam. Like, it's a beautiful game, you get me. Alright, what's the next question, Luca?
Describe Wolves in 3
I
words.
said describe Wolves.
I'm gonna go say the first word, Portuguese.
That's what I was gonna say as well, Portuguese.
Nuno Espirito Santo's got like all the Portuguese, like,
Of course.
quite a lot of Portuguese talent. There's like, I think like, even look at other Portuguese players like Guerreiro, I think he'd really fit in there. It just seems. Yeah.
You know what? I could see João Felix playing for Wolves, but he's already.
Yeah, he's not doing so well right now, is he?
He from Benfica to Atletico. That's a very big jump. If it was Benfica, Wolves, Atletico, yeah, he would have had time to develop. But it's a very, very big jump from Benfica to Atletico.
And imagine the pressure of being like 100 mil player at that age.
I know, that's crazy, man. Like,
imagine someone spent 100 million on you,
and you just flop,
like,
and you flop, like, mad. For him, if I was João Felix, I would have spent another season at Benfica. I wouldn't have gone straight away.
yeah, or gone to like a mid-table Premier League team, or just somewhere else, develop a bit more.
Yeah. What's your second word for Wolves?
I guess like something like promising, because they've got quite a lot of young talent. You know,
You got
Ruben Neves,
Adama Traore.
Traore.
This guy's I was gonna say track. He's not even a
He's
track.
a tank.
This guy, he's a tank. Alright, what's your last word?
It's mental. I don't know, you know.
I don't know why they chose Wolves, but I ain't complaining.
Surprising. I'd say surprising.
Yeah, when they came fresh from championships, you know, I thought they were gonna be like they'll do a Bournemouth, like they'll stay, but they'll be like, you know, on the bottom half. But
And like they're doing so well in Europe this season.
They're still in the Europa League. They got they're doing better than Arsenal in the Europa League right now. Don't even get me started about Olympiacos, but it's very surprising.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
So yeah, your words are Portuguese, promising, and surprising.
Yeah, definitely. What about you? You agree?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say I'll say the same. I agree, fam. That's to me that's spot on. That is definitely spot on, man. All right, next question.
Best player in the Prem from 2000 to 2000. From 2000 to 2010.
Best player in the Premier in the 2000s. I know for 2010s, but for the 2000s.
Yeah, that's what I know.
I would say. I don't even want to be biased, but I'm going to say Thierry.
You're going to say Henry, aren't you?
I'm going to say Thierry Henry.
I know.
Of course, I'm going to say Thierry Henry. I could also say it's either Frank Lampard, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah,
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Petr Cech.
Yeah, that was his prime, and he was.
Like his prime.
I'd say. Yeah. I'd agree with you on those, but I'd also say John Terry.
Yeah, I was going to say that as well after Cech. But yeah, John Terry, absolute unit. They won the league in the 04-05 season with only
15 goals
15 goals conceded. That is mad.
Like in 38 games.
It's crazy. That is crazy. They're literally brick walls. He paired up with who was that French?
Carvalho.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, who would you say out of all those players you said? Who would you say the one?
I don't want to be biased.
You're gonna say Henry.
I'll say Thierry Henry, but I could also say Ronaldo. Like Ronaldo put on the show, but Ronaldo he only scored one hat trick in the Premier League, so I can't say Ronaldo. I'll say Thierry Henry over Ronaldo. But yeah,
I'm gonna say Frank Lampard.
Frank Lampard, of course.
Maybe a bit biased.
We're both biased, but you know what? We're Arsenal fans. We need to stick to the team.
Frank Lampard, you know, he just like a midfielder scoring that many goals.
I know, he scored like 100 and...
He scored 200 goals for Chelsea, 200 plus goals for Chelsea, didn't he?
And
I saw a stat the other day. If Frank Lampard stopped scoring in 2006, he'd have more goals and assists in his career than Xavi and Iniesta combined.
Oh my lord. Oh my gosh, that's mad.
That's like a crazy stat.
That is that's oh my lord. That is
I mean,
stat of the episode. I'm gonna say right here. That is stat of the episode. That's mad.
like
This guy could have just retired
When
at
was he
2006
born?
and still have more goals and assists than.
he was what 28. That's decent age.
That's mad. So we're gonna say
But
Frank Lampard and Thierry Henry for us.
are we just gonna decide
Yeah.
stick away from arguing about that?
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the next question, Luca?
Okay, this is the final
Oh,
question.
the final question. Okay.
What would football be like in 2030?
Ooh. Okay. I've seen questions like that and I've answered it before. I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna say there's gonna be a player who's going to be sold for 400 million by 2030.
Interesting.
I know it sounds crazy, but there is gonna be somebody like that. I don't know why. I'm also going to say this is gonna be another crazy one. I know you might get shocked here, but I think men and women are gonna be playing together.
Ooh,
Because
that is an interesting.
Because if you go
one.
back to 2006, a team nearly signed a female player to a men's team. But I don't know what happened. I think the transfer negotiations worked out. But with women's football slowly getting a bit more popular, maybe they might merge it together. But it depends if they're gonna start getting, they are getting better. Don't get me wrong, but they need.
But there's no. So if you compare like youth football for men and women, there is no infrastructure around to improve women's football to the level that there is for men. So I guess if you do that, you need to have big youth programs for girls as well as boys. Because the boys are having so much more training and so much more intense from a young age.
That's true. And my last prediction for 2030, I'm going to say I don't know, man. I know. A Dutch team's going to win a Champions League by then.
Ooh.
Either Ajax or Feyenoord. Ajax is going to revolution because they're sick here, but their players always get finessed by bigger clubs. So maybe
It's true.
Maybe Ajax is going to be like, you know what, you lot are staying here. We're going to get big together, and then
I think I agree.
Yeah.
Because have you heard about the Belgium-Holland League merger?
Ooh.
So they're going to merge the Belgian League and the Dutch League, and they're going to make one league together. If they do that, there'll be more competition. So I'm sure more Ajax players will want to stay with Ajax.
Yeah, you know.
But if you look in the last years, their captain went De Ligt, De Jong,
De Jong went Barca. De Ligt went
Ziyech.
Juventus. We've got Ziyech
Ziyech
of
has gone
Chelsea.
Onana's rumoured to join Chelsea. Tagliafico's rumoured to join Chelsea.
You know what? If Ajax keep all their players, which they will in the future, but at this point right now, they're just getting finessed by bigger clubs. They're making loads of money, but would they be able to develop players like that? Because they could be a one-off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to hear my predictions then?
Of course, yeah. Tell me.
I disagree with the 400 mil thing.
Really?
Only because I think Corona, if you think about the transfer market,
Corona affected it, yeah.
not a lot of the clubs are going to be quite poor after this, and it's going to take a while to rebuild to the level where you're paying 400 mil to a player.
True.
So I don't know whether it'll be that extent yet, but
Yeah.
we'll see. I think Chelsea will dominate English football. I don't see a long-term competition to Chelsea unless clubs keep investing. I think the Dutch league, or whether it is the Dutch and Belgian league, will become one of the top 5 leagues in Europe, and the French league will kind of
League A.
dip off.
Yeah, because the French league is so dominated by PSG. Monaco won it one-off in the 17-18 season, but ever since that oil money came into PSG, it's all just been, PSG steamrolling the league table.
I think Barcelona will drop off.
They do bottle a lot, don't they? I think.
Without Messi.
And I think, whilst you're talking about Barcelona, you know what? If Barcelona drops off, Atletico Real Madrid will have a fiercer, will have a more stronger rivalry, and Sevilla will go big again. That's what I think. I think, yeah.
So you think that El Clasico is going to be dead compared to the Madrid derby?
Yeah. Because think about it.
Wow.
The last lit El Clasico game I've watched, the last time El Clasico gave me goosebumps was 15-16 season. When Ronaldo scored that winner in the 88th minute to make it 3-2. I was watching that game live in Arabic, of course. You know, Holy the Pirate.
You'd love to see it,
But, bruv, oh my lord. The limbs that game produced was mad.
Yeah, yeah. You do have a point. It's kind of decreased.
Like the last...
I think...
Yeah.
Yeah,
carry on.
I think German teams will dominate Europe.
Especially RB Leipzig. They're literally a German Man City.
I think Leipzig, Bayern, like, they're getting Sane this year.
That would be a good move.
Like, their wingers are Gnabry, Sane, Perisic. I know he's on loan, but they'll probably buy him. And Coman, like, that's dirty. That's just, like, dirty. It's another way to say it. It's just a bit peak.
Oh, man. Mad. It's mad. But, ladies and gentlemen, that was the first episode of Small Talk, the Holy Boka podcast. I would like to say a big thank you to Luca Emery.
Thanks for having me on, mate.
Of course, it was an honour, family.
Glad to be here.
Thank you for the idea, Luca, man. You're a legend, man. But, ladies and gentlemen, please comment down below what we should talk next. It could be football, it could be anything, but football is a bit of a foundation topic, you know what I mean? Because everyone knows about football. But, guys, I've been Holy Boka. He's been Luca Emery. And I'll see you guys next time. Adios.